What is good, YouTube? We are here to talk about wrestling news. We're here to talk about stuff going on. And yes, guys, we're going to wait for a couple people to get up in here to chat about the current state of what's going on. There's a few new things that's dropped, and we're going to keep talking about it over here where you'll only get these kind of takes over here, the realest takes, the truest takes, the raw truth, no bullshit, not looking for a job, none of that corporate sloppy ass bullshit. We don't do none of that over here. So I appreciate anyone who's patient. We're going to bring it back to the load screen, and yeah, I'll be right back with you guys. We're gonna wait for some people to hop up in here, and I'll answer some questions, whatever you guys want to do. Thank you. What is good? What is good? What is good? We are here. Hope you guys can hear my mic. I appreciate anyone who comes in, checks the replay out, guys. We've been doing pretty good the last few shows. Not even gonna lie, we've been doing pretty decent. So I'm gonna keep doing. I'm gonna keep busting these shows out. We're gonna keep talking about some new updates going on, even though wrestling is very one dimensional right now, in my opinion. We still talk about what's been going on. Man, I've recently been rewatching a lot of old WWE, specifically like late 2010s WWE. I've been reliving uh, a lot of the some of the older games, 2K19, 17, 16. I got The rest I got 18 also. And all the PS3 ones and PS2 ones and stuff like that. Just been reliving those, man. And a lot of people talk about how bad WWE was under Vince towards the last few years. I will take it any day over what we're seeing now. To anyone who's new up in here, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We've been a wrestling fan for 20 years now, full time, and we've learned a lot. And we always give the realest, logical opinion. We don't suck up. We don't kiss ass. We don't do none of that. We give our real, authentic opinions over here about what's going on in the current state of wrestling in the YWC, because the YWC, man, is full of a lot of clowns. There's a couple people I watch that are all right, but for most part, it's just full of clowns, man. It's full of clowns. Uh, there's a few people I watch here and there. King Mike's World, I watch him sometimes. I'm actually a moderator on his videos. That's pretty dope. But wrestling is full of a lot of just a lot of just corny ass people. Let's just be honest. It's rumored right now that Roman and TKO are butting heads. We don't really know exactly what's going on, but we know TKO is asking a lot of wrestlers to take 50% pay cuts, as we talk about in the title. This and they're trying to soak up John Cena's. They've seen how much he sold last year, and they probably looked at the revenue from this year versus this time last year. They seen that a lot of margins were lower. You know what I'm saying? A lot of profit margins. So they try to bring John Cena to make an announcement, even though it's not probably going to really be a big announcement at Backlash Tampa. It's probably going to be Club WWE or some. They're going to sell you something. That's all they know how to do is sell you something. They don't know how to write a wrestling show. That's just not what they do. And I don't know, guys. I'm trying to train myself to speak to the camera more, looking at the audience. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, I just don't always do that, but we do. We're growing over here. Every time I do a live, we're getting more views, so we're gonna keep doing it, man. I love what I do, so if I could somehow get paid to do this one day, that would be dope. That would actually be so dope if I could turn this into an income one day, and I believe we can. I was actually monetized on YouTube before, but back then I was stupid. I would upload a lot of copyright stuff, and my monetization got taken away. So I'm trying to build up to reapply. I think I made like $3 back then when I was a teenager. But Trick Williams, Sami Zayn, man, we already know Trick Williams is going to win. Sami Zayn can't do nothing outside of the title picture. He's got to fight. All he does is win titles and loses. That's his whole legacy is losing titles. What does he do anytime he wins a title? He doesn't really do anything with it. He just loses it. He puts someone over. He's always a transitional champion every single time. By the way, I shared this link on Twitter. Some of you might be here from Twitter. I appreciate anyone who did make the jump over. It would be dope if you could subscribe and like and comment. Push us to the algorithm. That would be awesome. Did y'all see where The Rock got pulled over for a speeding ticket? That was kind of funny. Some people forget these guys. These people are just people, man. They're not gods. They're people. That's just the reality of it. Seth Rollins had like a backstage segment with Roman Reigns. They just always got to revert back to the same old five things every time. We need something fresh, man. We need some stars. We don't need people who are okay. We need stars, bro. Moxley, Ambrose, if he could ever come back, that would be great. We need something fresh. If I was in charge of this roster, I would cut so much of it. And they have been doing that, and I applaud them for that. I think they're making the right moves. Roman shouldn't be making 15 million a year to sit back doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all for what they're doing. A lot of people are pissed off at it. Woods, Kingston, Kofi hasn't done anything in the last 7 years. relevant. He won the title 7 years ago at WrestleMania. Lost it to Brock Lesnar on the SmackDown debut episode on Fox. Hasn't done nothing since. We need fresh faces. I'm tired of seeing the same 11 faces every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really am. Logan Paul talking about TKO can't fire him. It's just his way to flex his ego because he knows that. So he's just trying to be cocky, even though it's kind of shitty because people actually did lose their jobs and you're flexing that. It's just another ego boost, another ego trip for Logan Paul. You know, he knows they can't fire him, so he's obviously going to flex that because he truly does believe he's like some special breed of something, even though he's really just a corny ass wrestler. He's okay in the ring, but what wrestlers had as much training and been as manufactured as Logan Paul? Like most of them are just told, "Yo, show up and fucking wrestle. Go get the training wherever. We don't care. You just get all that shit ready and you bring it to us. We're not gonna help you." But Logan Paul, no, they had rings set up for him, trained him with everybody they ever could. Yeah, I'm. It gets hard, painful to watch these shows. Obafemi had a match last night. That was pretty cool actually against Otis, but I like Otis. He was a former Money in the Bank winner from 2020, but I remember he had a good match in 2022 when Braun Strowman first came back around September of 22. He had a good match against Braun Strowman, and he had a good one against Obafemi last night. He's a good contender if they could do something with him. Who knows? They have got to cut most of this roster, dude. There's so many I just don't want to see anymore. Like it really like I'm gonna be straight up. I'm tired of seeing all the Samoans. I'm sick of the shit. I'm tired of seeing Liv Morgan. I'm tired of seeing Dominic. I'm just over it. These wrestlers literally like fucking suck, and I don't want to see them on my television anymore. I don't know if I can make that any more possibly clear at all. I don't want to see them on my TV. Triple H, you suck. You know, I wonder who took the 50% cut. Could it have been Roman? Could he went from 15 mil to 7.5 mil? Could it have been Miz? Could it have been Cody? It's got to be a company, man. Someone who would say no matter what. Miz, Cody, Rollins, LA Knight. I don't know. It could be any of them. It really could. Everyone but Ari Emanuel and Nick Khan. Nick Khan who made 24 million. Ari Emanuel who made 67 million. Off of, just their share from 2025 was it? But they're not seeing as much profits as they were seeing this time last year with Cena on top. So that's why they're doing things like bringing Cena to Backlash, hoping to sell some tickets. Backlash Tampa. Cena lives in Tampa, so it's easy just to give him the call. They're not going to give that man a break. They're going to run him into the fucking ground. I don't think he'll wrestle again, at least not anytime soon. I could see Cena sticking on his word. I really could. Batista's stuck on his so far. Shawn Michaels stuck on his for 8.5 years. I don't know. I really don't know. Now they're running Gunther and Cody. It doesn't make sense because like Randy was just involved. Unless Randy gets involved in the finish, Cody gets wins by disqualification or something, or they slowly set up. Then I think they just want Randy and Cody at SummerSlam, and maybe they want to do like a slow burn till then. But what does Orton do between now and SummerSlam? In that time, you could be doing a real feud. Stop going through the motions with everything. Actually, plant seeds and think about what you're doing one step at a time. That's all I could recommend to this dying company because it's bad. And Rusev, why did they bring Rusev back a year ago just to lose? Like all the man does is lose. Like he's pretty, you know, he's not a main eventer, but he's charismatic. They could do something with him. The Bulgarian brute gimmick, the Rusev Day, like they could definitely do something with him. They just don't want to. Rusev was new into WWE 12 years ago. He debuted in 2014 on the main roster. There's just so much stuff going on right now that me and I don't think a lot of people want to see on their screens. Every day the world's getting worse in every possible way, and wrestling is not far from that either. Penta, Rusev, what was it? Or no, I just don't buy Jacob Fatu as a believable contender. Street Profits, I would cut them. I'm tempted to do a video called reevaluating the WWE roster. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna write that down under my video ideas. Writing that down under my video ideas. Let me know who actually watches and actually enjoys my takes because I'm growing a little bit at a time. It takes time to grow an audience. It doesn't always happen overnight, especially on YouTube. I don't know if YouTube's gonna like the smoking streams. I don't know. I see other people do it on here though. I really do. I'm not sure if I like my thumbnail. I'm gonna try another thumbnail. See if I end up liking it. But wrestling just doesn't feel like wrestling anymore. It's lost. They've lost the heart and soul of what wrestling is. They forgot. It's rumored they're wanting to get rid of their legends contracts, the people who made the company what it is today, and they want to make these legends go without a job, go without a check. It's kind of crazy, man. It just shows how unbelievably selfish and greedy they are, and it will not work out for TKO in the end. Mark my words. With this current approach, it will not work out with TKO in the end because you're getting away from the core of what wrestling is, and it's just not going to work for you. You're going to have to reevaluate. You're going to absolutely, most definitely have to reevaluate. We do got a couple people up in here. I appreciate anyone who has taken the time. Let me know what you currently think about what's going on with TKO. You think they're being selfish? I like what they're doing with the cleanup thing, but at the same time, they're being selfish, talking about getting rid of the Legends contracts, the Kevin Nashes, the Jesse Venturas, the legends, the ones that made the company what it is. You don't want to pay these people. You're getting away from the core audience, and there's still going to be the dummies out there that support it no matter what. I don't support the shit. I support wrestling when it's doing when I like it. I'm not gonna pay the subscription. The only thing I have is Netflix. That's it. That's it. And if I don't have that, I'll just stream it. I'm not supporting this bullshit. I have a bunch of the old games, a bunch of the old wrestling games, but PS3 and PS2 games. But that's for what I like. I don't like what this current shit is and what it represents. Triple H, one of the biggest egomaniacs in history, and he's just like a puppet on the strings for TKO dancing. That's really what he is. Exactly what he is. Who's commenting? The bet. Somebody said, "Forgot I was still subbed to you on this channel." Who is this? Oh yeah, you. Yeah, I don't really fuck with you like that. I don't like haters on my channel. You could watch my videos, you could like it, that's cool, but I don't fuck with you like that. You got the right to comment. Keep it respectful. I won't ban no one in the comments as long as they keep it respectful. They don't, they get banned. It's just that simple. It really is just that simple. We want to keep a respectful environment over here. We don't do none of that hating shit. Once that starts, your channel will just get blocked or hidden from the comments. I just don't got time for it. I really don't. But we do got some supporters that peep in every once in a while. A few that I've been getting comments from recently. I appreciate those tuning in. We've been uploading some YouTube shorts that have been doing well. We've been uploading on TikTok. I uploaded a video earlier that already has thousands of views. But our lives have been doing okay. We just started these wrestling lives. We started these wrestling lives like a couple weeks ago. They've been doing okay considering we just started doing them. Better than my gaming lives. My gaming lives don't do that well. But we got a bunch of video ideas that I've already wrote down. Um, yeah, we're gonna embark on those very soon. But a lot of people are angry. A lot of people are mad. A lot of people don't like the direction of what TKO is doing, releasing a lot of their hardcore people that's been there for a long time, Kofi, Xavier. And to those dumbasses, I've already said this in one of my last slides. To those dumbasses who really believe that they released Xavier because Paige came back, you're full of shit and you're stupid and you don't watch wrestling whatsoever because when that shit all came out in like what 2017, Xavier and Paige were still both under the same company until 2022 when Paige left and went, or she might have left in 21. I don't know. It was somewhere around there. Went to AEW. I know she came to AEW in 22, but as Saraya. But we've been watching, we've been trying to at least, and it's just a very soulless product. There's not a lot to digest from what you see currently on this television screen when you watch it. There's a lot of people who are change the channel worthy. They really need to gut this fucking roster because I'm tired of seeing the same 11 faces, like I've already said. Don't want to see them anymore. Absolutely not. We've been seeing we've been seeing them way too fucking often, and I just don't want to see it anymore. A lot of people they're doing shit like last night. They have Obafemi or they hype up this open challenge for how long? It was like a week. They hype up this open challenge for a week for Akira Tozawa to come out and then it to then go to Otis who challenges Obafemi. Like, come on, that's crazy. TKO, you guys are really pissing a lot of people off. You guys are really pissing a lot of people off. They have completely disregarded wrestling's history and gotten away from it completely. They're just going to throw these legends under the bus. You're going to make your top stars angry at you. That's not going to work out for you the way you think it's going to. They're going to end up going to another promotion. Tony Khan, keep in mind, does not know what the fuck he's doing. I went to an AEW show. They're fun. And it's hard to say that AEW is not on the map. They're definitely on the map. They're just not on that same level quite yet. And he could be. He has the backing. Tony Khan just wants to be a fucking mark. That's his problem. Tony Khan wants to be a mark. That's his biggest issue. Did TKO cut Roman's contract to 7.5 mil? I really don't know. I mentioned that earlier. I know someone took a 50% pay cut. I don't know who it is. I really don't. I wouldn't be surprised if they was like, "Yo, you can still keep that part-time schedule but we're gonna have to cut your pay by half. Maybe who knows? Maybe he took. I don't know because we know they removed him off of a few dates from June, which is next month. But I will be having guys some different videos coming. I will be having I have a bunch of I don't want to necessarily say the ideas on here because a lot of creators like to steal smaller creators' ideas and try to make, bait out of it. Twitter has been doing pretty well. That's what I promote these streams on, Twitter. And they do very well on the replay. Like I did a live yesterday. I did a live yesterday and I think I got up to 5 people watching. But after I ended it's almost at 200 views. That's crazy considering I just started doing these wrestling lives. So I wonder how quickly they can grow to 1,000 views. That's my goal. Do a wrestling related live every day, upload a few videos every day, and that's what we've been doing. That's what we're going to keep continuing to do on this channel. But the YWC is really lacking right now. A lot of people are just full of shit. People want to listen to these nerds that don't know fucking wrestling at all, that never knew wrestling. They don't know what they watch. These people are sheep. They have to be told what to watch, and there's very few who are cut from that cloth of just telling you the raw fucking truth. And there's not a lot of them out there. I'm one of these people. We tell the raw truth. We're not biased. I give a fair opinion to everything. 50-50. I give my raw opinion on it. I'm not going to shit on something like, the Smart Busters. I'm not going to shit on anything that's not the Attitude Era. If something's good, I'll say it's good. If something's shit, I'll say it's shit. That's just my mentality about it. That's just my mentality about it. But I think you would be good at reading the news and offering your critiques. Yeah, dude, there's very limited news right now currently going on in wrestling. There's, you know, they cut Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. A lot of people are so shocked by this. But you shouldn't have been shocked when you were cruise control in the last 7 years, Kofi. You won the title at WrestleMania 35. That was 7 years ago. You lost it to the debut SmackDown Fox episode to Lesnar. What has Kofi Kingston done since then? He's done nothing. He's been on autopilot. He's been on cruise control. You can't just be on cruise control your whole career. You got to switch it up. That's the thing. These wrestlers are too comfortable. They just show up and do the bare minimum. They don't try to evolve. That's their problem. These wrestlers do not try to fucking evolve. That's where they're absolutely fucking up. Literally, absolutely. But give me just 1 second. I appreciate you guys for staying along with us. Make sure to like it, comment, sub. And yeah, we love those. We will have super chats here soon also. All right, what is good? What is good? But yes, we will answer anyone's question. Um, I'm open to that. I'm open to answering people's questions. I'm open to having a conversation. What I'm not open to is any type of disrespect or anything like that. That just instantly ends with a block. If you want to give your opinions, start a YouTube channel, give your opinions. There's no need to bring this shit over here. You can, it's your right, it's your freedom, but you just end up blocked at the end of the day. We don't really get a lot of haters on my channel. I'm not gonna lie. On my TikTok, I get more haters than I do on YouTube. TikTok always that's the reason one of the reasons that TikTok I don't really fuck with it. I upload on it every once in a while. TikTok is full of haters. It's mainly because TikTok's full of a lot of casuals with brain rot, short ass attention spans. They can't watch something more than 6 seconds, so they gotta swipe like a slot machine and hope they get a good video. Nah, YouTube's full of smarter people mostly because you got to go out of your way. You got to go out of your way to find those people. You got to have a bigger attention span. Low IQ individuals don't have that attention span. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of the old wrestling games recently. Um, I got a lot of them digital. I got a lot of them digital, but here's a couple of the physical ones. I got 2K25. I don't have 26 yet. I'll wait. I'm gonna get it during the summer when it goes down because I'm not paying $70 for the same game I bought last year. WWE 2K19. We got 2K20, 22, 23, and 24 digitally. 2K16 with Austin on the cover. 2K17 with Lesnar on the cover. I had a lot of memories with this one. Um, Dude, I could go all day about wrestling games. All day. WWE 2K14. I got 2K18 on the way. I'm missing 2K15, but I'm getting that one soon. WWE 13. WWE 12. SmackDown versus Raw 2011. SmackDown versus Raw 2010. SmackDown versus Raw 2009. SmackDown versus Raw 2008. There's a couple more. SmackDown versus Raw 2007. SmackDown versus Raw 2006. We've been playing a lot of these. SmackDown versus Raw 2005, the first one. We got SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. Yeah, we've been playing a lot of these recently. You put these back up. One second, guys. We'll be right back. It's my fault for trying to pull out so many fucking games at once. Okay. I've always been this way. I'm not gonna lie, that song's kind of catchy, even though Paige is very fucking mid as a wrestler. Very mid. Did anybody really get excited to see her come back? I mean, it's a little piece of nostalgia, but was she ever really that good? Let's be honest with ourselves. PK 13, 14, 12. That's dope. That's dope. Back in the day, they used to switch their gimmicks up. They don't anymore. They definitely don't anymore. Um, Obafemi, I gave my opinion on him earlier. I'll tell it again. We got 4 people watching. I appreciate anyone who's watching. The streams are growing. We're doing them every day, so we're not stopping anytime soon. We've been grinding at this YouTube shit. Been on this channel since 2011, so we're not gonna stop anytime soon. Been doing this shit for a long hell of a hot minute. So, um, Obafemi, um, I didn't like him at first. I seen his reaction at WrestleMania. I thought it was cool or whatever. I don't know. He's cool to watch in the ring. I don't know if he's a main event guy who can hold a title and carry it because I don't think he has that charisma of like being the guy who's number one in the company. I think he could be like a good contender for the belt. Like he could be like a threat, but I don't know if he's the one that gets the job done. I just don't know. I don't know. He might end up winning a world title in the future. I just don't think he would do anything with it. Just like Gunther didn't do nothing with his. Brock Lesnar retired at WrestleMania because he likely didn't want to put Gunther over. Gunther's just boring. He's not proven himself. He gets the opportunity to retire Goldberg, Cena, Styles, does nothing with it whatsoever afterwards. You would think he'd actually try to put in some character work, maybe a new look to him. No, he doesn't try none of that. He just goes, I'm just going to keep being a Gunther, a great wrestler who power bombs and beats everybody. Like, that's just not a gimmick that many people are interested in seeing. And Paige is already botching like hell. I've already seen like 15 botches. She couldn't even hit her finisher, the, what is it? Rampage? Yeah. But I think TKO is losing a lot of money compared to last year when they had Cena on Elimination Chamber. Cena was on every pay per view last year. They're watching revenues drop. So they're trying to cut a lot of these crazy ass contracts. Roman is on a very limited schedule, getting paid $15 million to for a good portion of the year to sit at home. Not a lot of people want to see it. Not a lot of people want to see it. But go back and watch my videos from 2016. My opinions are largely still the same. I hardly switch up. I'm open to new opinions, but I'm kind of pissed because there's a lot of YouTube videos that I deleted a few years ago because of copyright, and I easily could have just removed the song. I don't know why I didn't do that, but I ended up deleting a lot of them a few years ago. I had a Finn Balor video where I was mocking Finn Balor's entrance in 2016. I had a review of Great Balls of Fire 2017. I had a collection video from 20. I hardly have any videos from 2021. I had a DVD collection video from 2021 that I deleted for some reason. My oldest video currently is from 2012. So, and it was a wrestling related video. So we've been in the game a whole hell of a lot minute, man. I'm telling you. I've seen all these YWC people come and go. There's not a lot of good of them that tell the truth. They just take what they're fed. They're eating dog food like Roman Reigns did when he was feuding with Baron Corbin in 2019, 2020. But apparently, TKO is wanting multiple talents to restructure their contracts. I guess they don't like. They thought Kofi was probably getting paid too much for what he was offering. He wasn't offering really shit. He's been on autopilot for 7 years, in my opinion, longer. There want if I was given the power, I'm gonna have a video here soon, and this is a video idea that I got or inspired from the Smart Busters from years ago, but I'm gonna take it and form it into my own video. It's reevaluating the WWE roster. I'm going to be going through and I'm going to be naming every wrestler and what I would personally do with them, if I would release them, if I would do something with them. We're going to go through each name on the roster. I'm going to tell exactly who I'd cut, what we'd be doing with each wrestler. Hell, I could do that on stream. Like a lot. One second. We're going to do this. We're going to do this on stream. Let's do it. Oh, one second. I've always been this way. Okay, is it not pulling up? Hmm. Well, that's fucking lame. I don't want to. Hold on. Yeah, I'll have to reset this up to where I could record my screen. I had it set up. I don't know what happened. I don't want to spend the whole video working on it. But anyways, guys, there's a large portion of this roster that if someone like me was running this roster, a lot of them would not be there. A lot of them would not be there. I suggest they bring someone in who actually knows what the fuck wrestling is, what wrestling means, knows the heart and the soul of what wrestling used to be, knows wrestling culture, and they need to run this show. And I personally feel like the perfect person to have taken over wrestling, but Vince McMahon's stupid ass was too ignorant to do it, was Shane McMahon. So you'd rather, so because of your little beast with your son Shane, you'd rather a little piece of shit like Triple H run this company? Yeah, keep them, dump them. That's what we do. That's probably not exactly what I'd call it, but yeah, that's what we meant by it. I think it's also because my window capture. Okay, no, it's a little too bright up in here. But yeah, like take it, leave it. What we do with them, dude. I heard a rumor that they're gonna bring Kyrie Sane back at Backlash, and I pray to God that's so wrong because I don't want to see this bitch that has no charisma on my TV. Like TKO, Triple H, stop being a fucking mark, dude. Io Sky has no charisma. She's a good wrestler, no charisma. You could, I'm okay with keeping her, whatever. But Kyrie Sane, dude, come on, man. You don't need. Kyrie Sane has no talent. She's not good in the ring. She has no charisma. I don't want to see her, man. Stop listening to these fucking marks. They don't know wrestling. These marks, they're gay. Something's wrong with them. They have a mental illness. They don't know what wrestling is. They never knew wrestling. I'm tired of anybody just jumping up in here thinking that they know. Like, I seen a tweet the other day. This bitch was like, somebody was talking about new wrestling fans or something. This bitch puts on Twitter, so I started watching wrestling in 2023 and I know everything about WWE. Exact words. All I commented was, no, you really don't know shit. And my comment got like 60 some likes. You, you could know a lot in that time, but you're not going to know as much about somebody who's been watching for 20 years like me. And that's not in and out. If I didn't ever catch the shows, I caught the clips. Special features on DVDs, action figures, bro, everything, magazines, trading cards, Slam Attacks. Does anyone remember that? Slam Attacks was a big wrestling card game from 2009. Not a lot of people remember that. Used to get the posters in the magazines, the trading cards. Dude, that was so great. Does anyone remember the WWE Kids magazine? There used to be a WWE Kids magazine website that would play like the wrestlers' theme songs when you clicked on the wrestler. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. That was back in like early 2010 at that time for that. Dressing up as a pirate, speaking Japanese. She has no charisma. She's done nothing. Like, I was going back and I was watching WrestleMania 36 from 2020. Kairi Sane was actually with Asuka in a tag team on that show. I believe it was the Kabuki Warriors, which is Kairi Sane and Asuka versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus There was a three-way tag. I can't remember the other team. It might have been Mandy and someone. I don't remember. But I'm like, she's had this much time, Kyrie Sane. 6 years, she's coming out now, looks exactly the same shit. No evolve whatsoever. And I'm gonna tell you right now, there's about to be another wave of releases. I already called this last one of the last streams we did. I told you guys there was gonna be another wave of releases, and Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods get cut, and Jeff Cobb, who was also needed to go, in my opinion, I do support that decision. There's going to be more cuts soon. There's a lot of people who aren't 100% safe. You know, R-True, Damian Priest, but they got the tag belt, so they might be safe for a while. Grayson Waller, potentially. LA Knight could end up going. Bailey, I've heard. She said that she doesn't feel like she's on the same level as Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, but they all came up together. It's because you never evolved. And I've seen an interview with Bailey. She was on Chris Van Vliet. She was like, she'll never go back to the hugger gimmick because she's evolved. Okay, Bailey, what have you evolved into? That's my question. What is it? Because it looks like to me you're just CM Punk's lapdog. You're always in his corner, always with CM Punk, hugging his wife who cries over everything and doesn't have kids. What is she crying over all the time? AJ Lee came back. You know, I heard a good point from King Mike. I'll shout him out. King Mike's World. He brought up a good point. He said that AJ Lee only came back for money to fund her book projects and her movie projects, whatever she's got going on. And it's 100% true. Look at AJ, bro. She came back for one reason. We didn't really figure out what it was, but we know she did not want to come back. It was written all over her face. She was very casual. She popped in and out. She did not. She looked like she was had a gun held to her head. She needed the money. That's why she came back. CM Punk recommended she come get some money to fund her little projects. She did not care about wrestling, bro. Some of these marks actually thought AJ Lee cared about wrestling. That's crazy. AJ Lee does not give a fuck about you or wrestling, bro. Could assure you that. I don't know what's going on with CM Punk and Bailey. They're always together. It's kind of weird. And AJ Lee said Bailey's her work wife, but CM Punk took her or something. That's such a weird thing for a couple who's married to say. It truly is. Their careers dressing up as a, okay, yeah, it's ridiculous. It is. It and back then I used to do a lot of fantasy booking. It's tough, man, to even do fantasy booking because I don't want to book nothing with anyone on this roster. It's slop, slop. Get the Samoans the fuck out of here. They're already doing the bloodline shit again, dude. You did it for over 5 years. We don't want to see it again. We don't want to see the bloodline again. We don't want to see Cody and Gunther. Randy should have took the title, but Triple H's ego won't let his little protege win more titles than him, world titles. Triple H, TKO, Endeavor, they push who they want to push. They push who is right up their ass. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. That's just how it is. The ones who are talking the most are going to get fed the most. Chelsea Green said that. So I could see it. She seems like she'd be that annoying type that's like always there. She brought up the fact of her and Carmella being in a tag team. I thought that was interesting. Who knows if they would bring Carmella back? She ain't been there in 3 years, so I don't know. I don't know if they could do something like that. But what wrestling has become is truly a fucking disgrace to wrestling fans. It's like literally wrestling fans' worst nightmare. It truly is. Because wrestling has been removed from WWE. It truly has. Like every show's 2 nights now. SummerSlam, Royal 2. We need Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon, you are the only person. You are the only person that can save wrestling. He needs to come back. I don't want to see Vince McMahon run creative, but I would like to see him run business. I know it's got to keep him up at night. The company he built his whole life, his father's company, and he's apparently no part of it. You know that's got to keep him up. There could have been a clause in the contract for him to get the be able to acquire the company back whenever all this mess is under the rug. I've always had a funny feeling that Vince could come back. Always had that funny feeling. Dude, it is early as shit in the morning, isn't it? Top 10 things I would change. I would have storylines. Like, there was a storyline in 2020 with Otis falling in love with Mandy Rose. That was a funny storyline. They have more storyline. I was watching WWE from 2019. WWE 2019 was not that bad. A lot of their pay per views were really good. Bobby Lashley versus Demon Balor, like the Daniel Bryan Eco Planet gimmick. There was a lot of cool things I thought from back then. But there was a lot of Baron Corbin on the screen though. That's one of the downfalls. But he had a good theme song. But yeah, more storylines. Um, they got to cut a lot of these jobbers, man. That's another reason why those top stars don't get better because they don't work with other stars. Like look at Austin. If Austin was feuding with Doink the Clown his whole career, would Austin have been Austin? You know what I'm saying? Like, what stars is Seth Rollins feuding with? Like, people like Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, they're stars, but they don't feud a lot with other stars. Like Cody, when he was feuding with The Rock, that was entertaining, but you know, it is The Rock, but he was feuding with another star. There's not a lot of stars for other stars to feud with. Too many fucking jobbers. Too many fucking jobbers. They got to get cut. They've got to get cut. I don't want to see it. They don't want to see it. It really truly is a shame what this fucking company is doing. Let's go to Twitter. I don't know why they bring someone like Rusev back just not to do nothing with him. And they announced Cena has some history making announcement at Backlash Tampa. It's going to be some club WWE bullshit. So no one get your hypes up for that because it's not going to be nothing special. I can tell you that. Oh yeah, I was thinking about changing my thumbnail. I don't know if I loved my thumbnail. Okay. And we do get a lot of people from the replay gang. I appreciate you guys who come back through. Theory needs to be pushed. They job him out all the time. The Braun promo with Seth is ass. Yeah. Theory, Triple H doesn't like Theory. I went back and I watched the 2022 Royal Rumble. Theory was a star back then. Like, if you go back and watch my videos from 2022, I kind of shit on Theory, but looking back, you know, he could have been a star. But as soon as Triple H took control in July 2022 of creative, um, he just started burying the shit out of Theory. Vince was pushing Theory to the moon. WrestleMania 38, Theory faced Pat McAfee. He got stunned by Austin. Kevin Owens faced Stone Cold Steve Austin in a match. Three watching in the house. What's good? What's good? I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm about to go back on Twitter and promote this live again, get some new viewers up in here. Come on, bro. Nobody better than you. Never me, never you. 2K25 sucks. I know 2K26 is out. I've heard it's not much better. I don't know if I even want to get 2K26. It's $70. I got lucky with 2K25. I paid $15. $15 for 2K25 sealed on Marketplace. I'm not gonna lie, I've really severely thought about getting back into collecting wrestling action figures again. I really miss that. Wrestling figures was peak back then. Peak. I want to hang them up on the wall. There's just certain ones that I like. Everybody has their own style with collecting. Me, I would definitely have my own style, and I feel like I could showcase that really well on my page. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people say 2019 was the worst year in WWE history. 2019, 2020. A lot of people say that. I've been going back and I've been rewatching a lot of the 2019, 2020 pay-per-views to kind of refresh my mind on everything. Um, it is way fucking better than this current product. I've been watching a lot of the pay-per-views. Bobby Lashley versus Demon Finn Balor was cool to see at WrestleMania. Um, there was just a lot of interesting stuff. The Fiend was cool. Les Rollins and Lesnar had a cool feud. Like Orton and AJ had a match at Mania. 2019 was a fun year. That tag match at Extreme Rules, Undertaker and Roman versus Shane and Drew. 2019 was an underrated year, honestly. A lot of people shit on. They always. I've noticed though when people shit on 2019, they always bring up the same thing. They bring up the Lana and Bobby Lashley romance angle that they did when Bobby was feuding with Rusev. It's almost like they know nothing else about what occurred that year in 2019. So it's like they're trying to create a fake point on their end just to look like they're opinionated or something. In reality, they can't back it up because I've been watching 2019. It was such a fun year. I don't care what anyone says. 2019, 2020, that it was fun. Like back then it was trash, but going back and watching it, it's pretty cool to see. I was rewatching Super Showdown 2020 earlier with Brock Lesnar faced Ricochet, but it was the match with Goldberg and the Fiend. I thought that was hilarious. But why did they have Goldberg beat the Fiend for the Universal title? I remember 3 years before that he beat Kevin Owens for the Red Universal title. But we had stuff to talk about back then. There is not like jack shit. My video yesterday, my live stream that I did yesterday morning is currently at 190 views. My live streams typically get, especially my gaming ones, they don't get shit. My live streams are usually my least viewed out of shorts, videos, and lives. My videos recently, I haven't tried on the last couple because I'm just archiving old lives that I had. Kind of have a spot to keep those lives so we don't lose them back in the day. They're nothing important though. But my wrestling lives have been doing well. I think a lot of people just come from Twitter and click on my shit, especially the replay. Like I had 5 viewers watching. I mean that's pretty dope. Better than one viewer. And a lot of people go back and watch my replays. That's pretty dope too. Someone commented defending Kyrie Sane the other day on I can't remember if it was a video or a stream, but I said Kyrie Sane wasn't over, so she deserved to be released. And someone commented like freaking out because I said Kyrie Sane deserved to be released. In my opinion, she did. You're doing nothing. You have this opportunity, this stage, this platform to run out there and prove yourself, and you do absolutely nothing with that. Get out of here. We don't want to see you. That's how I feel about that. There's no spectacle anymore. All there's nothing to really look forward to. Triple H is a dinosaur. Triple H was never cool. He carried Scott Hall, Kevin Nash's bags, married Vince's daughter, cheated on China. What a little punk that boy is. And then you induct Stephanie into the Hall of Fame on the 10-year death date of China like that was some coincidence. Come on. Come on, come on. But all right guys, we're going to take our first break here. Maybe my second one, cannot remember. We're going to go promote the live. We're going to roll up. I'll be right with you guys. Thank you for being patient. Make sure to like, grab some snacks, things like that. What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? We're back here. We have just got some potential new news. We know that a few of the wrestlers who could have potentially been released, I took a 50% pay cut. What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? Hold up one We're second. Back here. We have just got some potential new news. We know that a few of the. Okay. So apparently, a few of them who could have potentially taken a 50% pay cut: LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, Dominic Mysterio, Penta, are rumored to have possibly taken a 50% pay cut. Now, hear those names again: LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, Dominic Mysterio, and Penta are rumored to have taken a 50% pay cut. That's crazy because I feel like LA Knight probably sells a lot of merch as well as Penta. Are you fucking kidding me? Whatever. But I feel like he sells as much merchandise as Penta, though. That's crazy. Dominic Mysterio, I'm not a fan of. I don't buy him as a wrestler. He's very just sloppy looking in the ring. He's not even that great on the mic. Like, I don't know. They try to act like he's some gem, and John Cena kisses his ass and says he's amazing and shit. Like, he's really not that good from what I can see, in my opinion. Dominic Mysterio. I would cut the bigger contracts. I bet LA Knight doesn't make that much. Probably not. Well, LA Knight's in a lot of their Slim Jim commercials. He was in that tax commercial they were just doing. I'm pretty sure he might get them quite a few sales. We've currently got 4 people watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. We're growing every time we go live. These wrestling streams have been doing better than I expected. Um, Wrestling is what I'm good at. It's what I know. It's what I'm very educated on. Gaming, I do a lot of gaming too, but gaming, is oversaturated. Wrestling doesn't have a lot of people like me, especially in the YWC, IWC, who come on here and they tell you what's up. They tell you the truth. They come at you with the facts and they actually know what the fuck they're talking about. There's too many bitches in this community that don't know shit about wrestling. They wouldn't know what wrestling was if it slapped them in the face. Why would they? I really don't know, man. All I know is WWE TKO is likely not happy with these profit margins that they're making right now. They're likely not happy with those. That's all I can guess. Because this time last year, you got to think back, because a lot of these big companies they compare this year to last year. Look at May 2026 versus May 2025. Do you think they're making more money right now in May 2026 than they were May 2025? Last year they had John Cena. That makes a big difference, believe it or not. This year they struggled to sell tickets for WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar walked out on him basically. That Brock Lesnar retirement was real. I don't even think Paul Heyman knew that shit was happening. Brock Lesnar doesn't he sees that he doesn't owe shit to WWE. They got him caught up in a lawsuit. He doesn't want to give all his equity to Gunther and put Gunther over. He's just not going to do that. They could end up talking him into something, but that Brock Lesnar retirement was 100% real. You could see the look on Paul Heyman's face. If it wasn't real, they would have if it wasn't real, they would have promoted this. They would have promoted Brock Lesnar's retirement, considering WrestleMania this year had low ticket sales. Those are potentially 4 names. We're not 100% sure yet. So yeah, that could be wrong. I'm pissed. All I know is they need some talent, bro. I can't believe. some of these people would continue working for a company that tells them that they're worth half of what they've earned. And out of all the people's contracts you could cut, why do you cut some of the more entertaining people? Other than Dominic. Dominic sucks, dude. I'm sorry. He's trash. I've never enjoyed one Dominic Mysterio match. So you think Lesnar is done for real? I think what happened at WrestleMania was real, yes. But only time can tell. I know Brock Lesnar likes money. So maybe he could be negotiated. But yeah, that retirement at WrestleMania, no doubt that that was real. No doubt. No doubt at all. And Sean Ross Sapp claims he's a real reporter, but he hasn't put one article out talking about who could have taken the 50% cut. Sean Ross Sapp doesn't like me because I mogged him at Revolution 2024. That's why Sean Ross Sapp doesn't like me. I ran into Sean Ross Sapp at Revolution 2024. Um, Completely mogged this guy. I was like twice his height, and he just looked at me like I don't know, just kept walking. And I'd talk shit to this dude on Twitter. I don't know if he knew it was me, but I know Sean Ross Sapp has confronted people at WrestleCon before. I would love for Sean Ross Sapp to confront me. I almost want to go to another AEW show or a Comic Con or WrestleCon so I can mog Sean Ross Sapp once again. Sean Ross Sapp can't get over on his own. He uses Fightful. What's up? What's up? The New Day TNA Wrestling that is coming from RXJ. I don't know exactly how to pronounce your name, but you say the New Day TNA Wrestling. Xavier Woods, not a lot of people know this. He was Austin Creed in TNA back in like 2008, 2009, 2010. So Xavier Woods could go to TNA. Where's Kofi going to go? Is he going to go to AEW? I feel like they'll go to the same place. They ought to release Big E while they're at it. New Day to TNA Wrestling. Man, TNA's still connected to WWE, so they could easily appear back in WWE. I don't think Kofi and Xavier's done. I think they'll end up coming back or something. There's a lot. They have a roster, man. They just got to make some cuts. Some of these guys are just old, washed. Miz, get them out of here. Miz, you either evolve or get the fuck out of here because you're just boring, dude. You've played the same gimmick for 20 years. Come on, we're tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing it. I know that for sure. But there's no doubt in my mind Brock Lesnar's done. I don't think he wanted to be there after Vince left, honestly. I really don't. By the way, how is my audio? I hope it's good. Maybe I need to raise my voice a little bit. But yeah, guys, we accept donations. We got them down below. We're on the road right now to super chats. I used to be monetized on YouTube. For those of you who don't believe me, I could show you right now. But they took me off the monetization program because I had a few videos that got copyright striked, and I don't know if you could see this. Your channel, what? See, it got for reused content. It told me I could appeal and shit. Yeah. But our subscribers, man, I'm happy to announce, our subscribers have been growing. Our subscribers have been growing. We're about to hit 10.8K. We've been stuck at 10 point. We were stuck at 10.6K forever. Then we got up to 10.7K. We're about to hit 10.8K. We might just hit 11K very soon. Um, RX, I'm just going to call you RX. RX says Kyrie Sane AEW. Man, I'll be honest with you. If you like Kyrie Sane, that's cool. I'm not a big fan personally. If she wants to go to New Japan, that's great. I'm sure she fits in perfect there. But AEW, I really don't know. I could see Tony Khan, but he didn't pick up Dakota Kai like people thought he would. You said Alba Fire AW. I forgot about her. I literally forgot that she even got released. That's crazy. They had her in NXT for years and they didn't do shit with her when she came to the main roster. Wasn't she with Mandy Rose at one point? Man, I'm not gonna lie, I've been really enjoying me some 2019 WWE recently. I've been watching it. I don't care. That shit was fun, man. A lot of people say it was shit. I just don't think they actually watched it. And what a fumble. I'm gonna have a video on this soon. What a fumble that WWE never had Finn Balor as the Demon versus Bray Wyatt as the Fiend. SummerSlam 2017, they had the Demon Finn versus regular Bray Wyatt. 2 years later, SummerSlam 2019, they had the Fiend Bray Wyatt versus regular Finn Balor. Selena Vega, TNA. I don't know where she would end up. I really don't. Um, I was never a big Zelina Vega fan. She didn't really look believable in the ring. It almost seemed like she was trying to copy Sasha Banks' character a little bit. That's how I feel. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa. But WWE needs to step it up with their roster, man. It sucks, man. We're all tired of seeing these people. If it were me, I'd let go of Dominic Mysterio. Tell Ray, look, you're a legend. Ray would probably retire if they did. Alba Fire AEW. I don't know. She can't go everywhere, bro. We got 4 people in the house, guys. I appreciate you for tuning in. We're here to talk wrestling. I'll tell you right now, you will not get no takes anywhere else like you'll get over here. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. We're growing. We're not one of these channels that fall off. We've been doing this for years. We're growing, man. We're consistent. We talk about wrestling over here. We actually know what we're talking about. A lot of these content creators that you guys follow don't know everything that they're talking about. They're just in it for a penny. That's it. Do you think Mick Foley should make a comeback? But not in the ring, obviously. In like some other role, I don't really care to be honest. I know he's bitter at WWE because of politics. Apollo Crews to AEW. I've never been an Apollo Crews fan. I remember actually when they first brought Apollo Crews up in 2016 after WrestleMania 32. I wasn't a fan of him then. I'm not a fan of him now. That's when I started thinking the roster was severely going downhill. I'm not gonna lie, I really miss 2010's YWC. Joe Cronin's cool. He uploads a lot of videos. If you guys haven't checked him out, he's given me some advice on YouTube. If you guys know who Joe Cronin is, um, he's a channel with 80,000 subscribers. He kind of helped JD from New York get his launch into where he's at now. Me and Joe Cronin, we chat on Twitter here and there. Uh, he gave me some solid advice about growing my channel. You know what I'm saying? Even though my channel might have been around longer than his, he's been a lot more consistent throughout the years. And he also has children. JD from New York doesn't. Kyrie saying XPW wrestling. Man, is XPW even around these days? Probably not. Whenever what's his name, New Jack tried to kill uh who was that fucking dude? Vic Grimes, I think, or something. Threw him off that big ass scaffold. What's crazy is Vic Grimes and New Jack have the same exact birthday. Whatever that was is more entertaining than what we're seeing now. Aleister Black, TNA wrestling. I'm not a. I seen what Booker T said. I seen what Booker T said. He said, "Do you remember one Aleister Black match?" And to that, I say Booker T's a pile of shit. Fun fact about Booker T: me and him actually have the same last name. Um, Booker T, he's always on NXT with Jada Parker. or Stephanie was wrestling doing that shit. It's stupid. Like it makes the product look gay. Booker T. I think it's funny. Like it's not that I'm disagreeing with what he said about Aleister Black. He said, "Do you remember one Aleister Black match?" I agree with that statement, but I think it's kind of cowardly. He waits till Aleister Black leaves WWE or gets released and kicks a man when he's down, and he disses his coworker. Not a fan of Nikki Cross either. Like I said, that's why I largely agree with a lot of the cuts because I'm not a fan of anyone that they cut. So most of these cuts I'm for. Remember when Carlito left last year? That sucked. It's because Carlito is such a nonchalant guy. He's like, I didn't approach them, they didn't approach me. And whenever he was gone for 13 years, he was like, I never came to them, they never came to me. So it took 13 years. He's just such a nonchalant guy. He's funny though. We've been live an hour 27. Let's go. Hopefully, this will grow my watch time. Sheamus versus Obafemi. That would be pretty cool. I'd like to see Sheamus versus Obafemi. And Smart Busters hasn't uploaded a true video since like November 2021. They reacted to Keith Bearcat Lee's release, John Morrison. No, no, no. There's my tripod. This is what I use for my regular videos. Oh, pretty cool. It's got a little remote right here that you can take out. Probably going to be more WWE news today. Gunther was supposed to feud with LA Knight before they put LA Knight or Gunther with Cody Rhodes. That's funny. Dexter Loomis, you mean? Thoughts on Perry Saturn? Very boring wrestler. Feel sorry for the guy. I mean, seems like he's had a hard life. But wrestling, it's crazy how all of its substance has just been sucked dry. We're still going to talk about it and cover it, but this shit, man, it's so soulless. Like, there's nothing there. At least there was still some sort of substance back then. It truly is in a depressing state. I don't think I've seen it this bad in a long time. Twitter's the place to be for news, though. That Backlash card looks weak. 5 matches once again. What is it with him only doing a couple matches? Danhausen and a mystery partner versus The Miz and Kit Wilson, like no one cares. Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker, no stakes, who cares? Oscar versus Io Sky, who cares? Sammy versus Trick, we've seen it. Who cares? Roman versus Jacob is the only match somewhat anyone could somewhat look forward to, and even it's not that exciting. Yeah, he was part of the Eliminators with John Cronus, ECW. See, I was never the biggest ECW fan. ECW has a market. ECW has a market, but it was never really my thing, honestly. Some of it's cool. I remember in 2012, I went into Walmart and I bought the ECW Volume One, the Best of ECW DVD, and I was so disappointed with that DVD. Like literally, the only one night I like the one night stands. Old ECW. Some of it was cool. I have to be in like a certain type of mood to watch it. Recently, I've been liking enjoying 2019 WWE. I hated it at the time, but going back and watching it is pretty cool. It's like after like SummerSlam, or no, after around the time Roman announced he had cancer, I really stopped giving a shit about WWE. Like I still watched the Royal Rumble 2019 and stuff, but like I would miss a lot of shows. I would see the clips, so I just wanted to go back and refresh my mind on a lot of it. And it's not as bad as people say it is. 2K20 came out in October 2019. I've been enjoying that game too, even though it's a very buggy ass release. 2K20, they had to literally cancel 2K21 and delay 2K22 because of 2K20's abomination. Been playing some old basketball games too. NBA 2K11, 2K13. I got 2K14, but not the version I want. I've been playing a lot. But yeah, I have been enjoying actually watching wrestling recently because I didn't even know that I didn't care to know necessarily that Netflix had the old shows, even though for some reason from like 2002 to 2000 like 21 they don't have any of the Raws, and those are like my favorite years in wrestling. It's kind of bullshit. I don't know why they don't just put them on there. They really should, but they're lame. They won't do it. Shane Douglas just called Scorpio, and I was like, this sucks. Yeah, I remember seeing like a Jerry Lynn versus Rob Van Dam match on that DVD. And I just thought it was like the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. Like some of it was cool, but I feel like ECW would have been a fun show to attend. But watching it on TV, like I don't know, I just it's too trashy for me. That's my problem. Like the Attitude Era is dope. There's a lot of good stuff in the Attitude Era, but a lot of it, especially like the Vince Russo era, I don't know how I felt about that Jerry Springer approach. I don't know. I feel like Vince Russo was a little bit too outside the box, and he's a smart guy. He has a lot of good wrestling opinions. He's currently booking this promotion called JCW Lunacy. That's JCW Lunacy. That goes live like every Thursday on YouTube. Even Tony Khan said he was a fan of Vince Russo's booking on that show, and it's a little out there. Not gonna lie, he has like Ken Anderson in it. It's he's like running it with ICP, but it's a little out there, like some of the shit that he does. I don't know if it's for me. It's a little too trashy for me. Like I guess it gets views, but it's I don't know that I don't like the Jerry Springer. I like actually feeling like I'm watching a wrestling show, and that's just what I like. And this ad fucking slop that we get now, just ring ads on the announce tables, turnbuckles. They'll probably be on the ring ropes soon. Prime, Logan Paul's corny ass. Like I'm over it, dude. Speed. Anyone could be a fucking wrestler now. I'm literally over it, man. I don't want to see this shit. I don't want to see this shit. Does anyone else want to see what we're seeing right now? I don't think so. And if they do, they're probably a new wrestling fan who's just now discovering it and doesn't know what better wrestling looks like. Some talent considering asking for their release after recent cuts. That's crazy that Roman said he was going to be full time and they're already pulling him from the shows. John Cena retires in December and they're bringing him back. They brought him back for WrestleMania, now Backlash. I mean, he's probably not going to wrestle, but still, man, it's because they've seen that the profit margins are much slimmer than they were this time last year. So they're panicking. They're trying to get some tickets sold. They're trying to get some revenue in. They've put $9 billion, 21 billion total into buying this and UFC back in 2023. John Cena's supposed to deliver some history making news. It's just going to be some promoting shit. They're just going to sell you something. Club WWE, probably. I'm hearing Netflix wants movies with CM Punk and Liv Morgan. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'll watch them. I'm a movie guy, so I'll check them out. But Netflix movies most of the time are complete trash, slop. And I'm so glad that Netflix did not get Warner Bros. They were about to. That was going to piss me off. Netflix did not deserve Warner Bros. But we know what we're talking about over here. Not many people do these days. I got a video on TikTok earlier already at 6,000 views talking about Otis and Obafemi's match on Raw. That's crazy. Linked up my YouTube and my TikTok bio, so hopefully some of them come over here and check us out. Been live for an hour 39. I appreciate you guys for sitting here with us. We're chilling, we're chilling. Busting these lives out, giving some real wrestling opinions. Not a lot of people can do it these days. But I'm tired of seeing just no passion. People thinking that they can just be on autopilot their whole career, put in little effort, do the bare minimum, party, screw around like that Page Xavier Brad Maddox shit. You really think that's the only time shit like that's went down? How many times, if that's on video, how many times has shit like that happened that we don't even know about? That's what these type of wrestlers are worried about doing on the road instead of actually wrestling. That's why Xavier Woods got released. We ain't got time for that shit. Paige, she'll have her little run, but she'll be released too before long. I'm calling it. Like I said, she'll have her little run. Won't last. Liv Morgan, I'm tired of seeing her cringe act. She's cringe. I also heard a rumor that Alexa Bliss might be dropping that dark gimmick that she's been doing since like 2020, 2021. She does because it just doesn't make sense for her character. Go look at Alexa Bliss from 2016 to 2020. She was pretty decent on the main roster. She was a good heel for the women's division. They just completely ruined her with that Bray Wyatt shit. She's never really been the same since. She came back at the 2025 Rumble. She's been back since for over a year. Hasn't really done much. She took the pin at WrestleMania from Paige. If you want a women's star, let her be how she was in 2017, and she'll thrive, and the women's division will thrive. But who knows? I've been seeing Tiffany Stratton won the U.S. title. She's took it with her on vacation and shit. I guess promoting the fact that she's the U.S. champ. I don't like that shit she said about wanting to leave by 30. I think that was a very dumb thing to say, but I just don't think I think she's a very naive person. And who knows how much she meant that? Who even knows if she knows what she really wants? So I don't know. Some people think she don't care about WWE. Some people think she don't take it serious. We don't know. She had the title. I thought she had a good little run. Some people hated it, but then she lost it to Jade. And then Jade lost to Rhea, which I think Jade should have beat Rhea at WrestleMania. There was just no reason to put it back on Rhea. I said back in like 22, 23, after the Judgment Day, Rhea was gonna fall off. And she's fell off after the Judgment Day. She won this world title, but this was kind of a random title win. Like they don't have plans. They have no plans. Hope we get some new people up in here. We're gonna find the right audience eventually. Thank you guys for being patient. I appreciate anyone who sat through the stream, helping me run the watch time up. It means a lot. I really do appreciate it. The YWC's lacking, guys. There's not a lot of people in the YWC telling it like it is. Shout out to King Mike's World. I agree with most of his opinions. Sometimes he gets a little out there, but I agree with a lot of his opinions. Try to hit 2 hours, maybe. Sol Ruka made her debut last time. I guess she's a good addition to the women's roster. No one else on the women's roster really can move the way she does in the ring, so I guess that's a good addition to the roster. What do you guys think? I do not want to see. I mean, whatever. Stephen A. Smith don't know shit about wrestling, but maybe he'll bring some views. Maybe he'll bring some eyes, some attention, some new criticism. Yeah, that was shitty of Logan Paul to make that remark that TKO can't release him like he's trying to flex on people that got released. Like that was just a shitty low blow. Like you're a corny motherfucker. Like the day Logan Paul becomes WWE champion is the day wrestling's over. Becky Lynch and Sol Ruka had like a little run in. You know that could be a cool match, but what is it with them trying to give her to dude? Charlotte Flair should be on Raw. Put Becky on SmackDown. Switch it up and do something different. Switch it up and do something different. Put Charlotte on Raw. Put Becky on SmackDown. What the fuck are they doing? Dude, they do not know wrestling, man. They got to do something different. These rosters just suck. They fucking suck, man. I don't want to see it. No more. Yeah, I seen where they're wanting to sign Xavier Woods to a contract similar to Tyler Breeze, where he's released, but he still has something to do with the video games. I could see that. I could definitely see that for Xavier. Yeah. This era of wrestling, I hope it ends, man. Because this era fucking sucks. There's nothing to cling on to but just hope at this point. Because this era of wrestling is just not it at all. Is there anything you guys can be enthusiastic about with this era? 'Cause I can't think of anything. Charlotte Flair praises Kiana James as a future main event player. Do we want to see these bitches, man? It's the same character over and over again. It's who Shawn Michaels has a crush on. It's who he's bringing up. What are they doing, man? They all just end up getting released. They all just end up getting released. Nobody wants to see these motherfuckers. They're bringing these guys up here because they want to party. They want to have fun. Look at CM Punk. Look at Bailey. They don't deserve to be there. CM Punk's completely ruined his reputation as far as I'm concerned. I can't. I can't even stand looking at him on the screen. Like he is what his name is. He's a punk. Punk is a punk. He lives up to that name very well. You got to give him that. He lives up to his name very well. CM Punk. Following these women around the locker rooms, like he can't have any male friends. He's weird. He's married, but he's weird. Won't have kids. Gets a tattoo of a dog on him. What kind of little liberal man is he? Like he has no masculinity to him whatsoever. Like Roman Reigns said, he's on some beta shit. Beta male. Where's my hug, Punk? That should be his name. Where's my hug, Punk? That should be Punk's name. Where's my hug, Punk? We're tired of seeing these bitches come up here. It's the same story over and over again. Shawn Michaels, someone else needs to run NXT. He just don't know what the fuck he's doing either. But he's doing, I don't know. He's working with a bunch of nobodies. So I mean, he's trying to do what he can do, but Triple H is fumbling it on the main roster. He has been for a long time. It's so hard to be enthusiastic about this roster. It takes everything in me to form an opinion on this empty fucking product. There needs to be change, man. We need to see Vince come back because this direction's just never going to end up working out for him. It's just going to they need to steer this ship south and quick because it's going to get too far gone, just like America got too far gone. They got to change direction. It ain't fucking working. Backlash is boring. Backlash sucks. There's only 5 matches. We don't want to see it. Money in the Bank's in September now. Like that's what I used to look forward to was Money in the Bank to get me through the summer. Now I can't do that. Well, it's like late summer now, early September, early fucking September. Damn, man. Like this Saudi deal ends in 2028. I wonder if they'll try to sell the company then. Who knows? They could try to. I don't know. We're almost at 2 hours on this thing. We'll try probably wrap it up around the 2 hour mark. We'll see how I'm feeling. So ask any last questions you guys have. We'll talk about it in the comments before I get up on out of here. So any questions you guys have, we got 3 in the house. What's good, y'all? We get the realest opinions here. We've had a good live, y'all. We try to go live every single day. We do videos every single day. I got so much content coming. It's worth subscribing. Your favorite YouTuber's not going to put it out like I do. Who's your current favorite in WWE? I had this answer a couple weeks ago. I liked Braun Breaker, but he's just so bad on the mic. He's green. Current favorite. As far as like when they come out, as far as like when that wrestler comes out, I'm interested, I'm engaged. It's got to be Drew McIntyre, probably. It's got to be Drew McIntyre. Because when Drew comes out, I feel like wrestling is coming on television. Like, cause he knows how to cut a promo. He's got a look to him. He's good in the ring. He's aggressive. He's a good heel. He's not afraid to give his opinion. Like, I really do feel like Drew McIntyre is the one wrestler that I don't want to change the channel when he's on the TV. Like, I've been saying it. He's been Drew has been doing the best work of his career since CM Punk came back. I don't know what happened about when CM Punk came back at Survivor Series 2023. Something about that time period, a switch just flipped in Drew, and he just became like who he was meant to become when Vince first brought him up. Like he's good, man. He knows the facial expressions. He knows how to wrestle. He knows how to talk. He's got the look. He has everything. Yet he's jobbing to Cody fucking Rhodes. He holds the WWE title this year, loses it to Cody Rhodes before WrestleMania. Dude, I was so entertained when Drew was the champ. Now it's boring again. Why do we got Cody? Dude, Cody is boring, man. We don't want to see this shit. God, can this fucking Cody Rhodes era end, bro? Let Drew have the belt. Let LA Knight's cool. Like, do something different, dude. They keep it between the same five people. If it's not Seth Rollins, it's Roman. If it's not Roman, it's Gunther. If it's not Gunther, it's Punk. Like, it's just back and fucking forth. We want something new. They did try to put it on Damian Priest 2 years ago, but he fumbled it. Try something new, man. But yeah, Drew, when he's on TV, like, I feel like I'm actually watching wrestling. I'm not gonna lie, Roman's fucking boring now. I don't know what has happened to him. He is boring as fuck, and I think Roman's doing the worst work of his career. He is so boring, and he's a chill dude, but he is boring, dude. What the actual fuck? I never thought I'd say this. I'd rather have Big Dog Roman than what we're getting right now. I've been going back and rewatching like 2017, 2016, 2019, 2020. Dude, Roman wasn't that bad back then as I remember. Like a lot of I mean, he had his moments where he was bad, where he slipped up. But like, dude, I would take that any day over this boring Samoan culture bullshit. And I will say, I will admit TKO is going in the right direction with this. They released Jeff Cobb, JC Mateo, if anyone knows who that is. They released him. They released Tonga Loa. I don't think they released Tama Tonga. They released Tonga Loa, who used to be Camacho back in like 2012 in WWE. Um, they're starting to get rid of these motherfuckers. Please finish it off. We don't need Tala Tonga, Tama Tonga. I'll fucking say it. We don't want Jacob Fatu. I mean, he's okay sometimes. I'm tired of the USA. I'm tired of it, dude. Please just do anything different. Like I don't know. Anything, something. Let Drew feud with somebody. Put different people in the title picture. Quit putting the same five fucking people. Who talks way too slow? Who talks way too slow? But it's the same fucking five boring motherfuckers that none of us want to see. And the women's division fucking sucks too. You got these NXT bitches just looking to come up and promote their OnlyFans when they fucking leave WWE. That's all it is. Oh, yeah, Roman is because he aura farms, bro. Roman is the worst aura farmer I have ever seen in my life. If anyone doesn't know what aura farming is, there's also a thing called clip farming. It's when you're trying to get a clip, like say you're streaming and you're trying to do something crazy. You're trying to say you can get a clip to post online to get views. So that's called clip farming. Roman aura farms. Like he tries to like make himself look like he has aura. Like, I can't really explain it. Aura farming. Look it up. That's what Roman does. He makes like these expressions to try to look like he has aura. Like he just tries way too fucking hard. I'm not gonna lie. When Roman first started doing the tribal chief shit, it was cool. From like 2020 to 21, maybe 22, it was cool. It is fucking dried out, dude. It's time to fucking evolve. Roman, you're starting to look like you don't even want to fucking be there. And then they're so out of ideas and so clueless that they put Roman back with the fucking Usos. We seen this shit for 5 years. We don't want to see it again, bro. Now take it for granted. Now, one thing, I don't want to see Jey Uso in the world title picture. I don't want to see him, period. I'm cool with him. If Jay and Jimmy got to be on the roster, let them be in a tag team. I'm cool with seeing that. I don't want to see them. I don't want to see the Yeet main event bullshit. I don't want to see the bloodline. I don't want to see none of that. They could be tag wrestlers. Roman needs to switch it up and figure out something new. If he did it in 2020, he could do it now. He needs to figure out what he's going to do differently. They need to release the USA. Dude, I'll be honest with you. I would not mind that, but what are the chances of that actually happening? Of them releasing it? What is it? It's low key racist that you can get hired in WWE just because you're a Samoan. What if I only got hired because I was white? Like that's crazy. So you can just get hired just because you're a Samoan. Tala Tonga doesn't deserve to be there. Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, none of them motherfuckers. Jeff Cobb never deserved to be there. TKO made the right move by getting rid of Jeff Cobb, aka JC Mateo, whatever his name was. He only had 4 singles matches in 1 year. Did nothing with his run. He was given an opportunity, did nothing with it. Get him out of here. Kofi Kingston has not done nothing in 7 years. Get him out of here. Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods, I'm cool with the video game deal that they're trying to give him, kind of like what Tyler Breeze had, where they released him from the company, but they kept him around for the video games. That cool, whatever. I don't want to see him on my screen. Um, they got to do that with a lot of these garbage. Dominic Mysterio, they can release him. I don't want to see Dominic on my. Dominic is like change the channel worthy for me. He's changed. He's get off my TV. Like literally, Dominic Liv Morgan is approaching get off my TV territory. Um, yeah, she's approaching that territory. Who else? Bailey's starting to get off my TV territory. I would definitely reduce the. Yeah, they deserve it. Everybody, and the fans are bitching online. Oh my god, what? How could they do this? How could they try to pay Kofi? Kofi and Xavier weren't doing shit for the last 7 fucking years. Kofi Mania, he's not done a damn thing since then. He's riding it out. He's collecting a check. If you're just here to collect a check, you're not here to get better, then get the fuck out. That's my opinion on that. That's my opinion on that. Yeah, release Liv Morgan, dude. I'm tired of her. She was okay in like 2022. I was fine with her as like a baby face, but when she just turned into a whore, like a dumbass, like thought ass motherfucker, whatever she did in 2024, she just, I don't want to see the shit. It's fucking awful. Like, it's just terrible. Dominic Mysterio sloppy in the ring. He has fucking noodle arms. He's a very small guy, and they're trying to like. I don't want to see Dominic anymore. He's boring. Dominic, I would release him. Dominic, you can get out of here. Dominic would get released. I'm trying to think who else they got. Penta. You could keep Penta. Fucking release the Grande motherfuckers. Whatever. Ludwig, they could do something with him. Chad Gable, they could, but they're never going to. So if they're not, then get them out of there. That's my opinion on that. Rey Mysterio needs to retire. I'm tired of seeing the Boyaka 619. I lose every single match all the time. I don't want to see that no more. We don't want to see that no more. Rey Mysterio, I said years ago, should have tried to be a heel. But, I feel like he might fumble it. Who knows? Yeah, release Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, make her go home for like 2 years. Tell her to come back the way she was in 22 or 23, or she's getting released. Damian Priest, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. They made him a world champion in 2024, and he hasn't done shit since. Tell Damian Priest, if I was going over Damian Priest, if I was in charge, if I was in charge of the cuts, and I came across Damian Priest's name, here's exactly what I'd say. I'd say Damian Priest. I'd talk to him. I'd tell him that he has a certain amount of time to try to get better. I'd say I'm a fan of your look, Mr. Priest. I'd tell him I'm a fan of your look. You got a good look to you. You look like you can actually beat someone up. You got like a month to go out there and prove yourself. You don't, you're getting cut. And see how fast he'll try to improve. That's what I would do. Ludwig is complete trash. I thought it would be kind of cool to put Ludwig like in Adam Pearce's position. The only role I can see him in is Gunther's lackey. Yeah, Gunther. Gunther's just so fucking boring. Like he's good in the ring. I'll give him that. Like his matches can somewhat be fun to watch sometimes. Like he's very stiff, but he's just boring, dude. He's got to work on that charisma. He's got to work on that charisma factor because he's a charisma vacuum. Gunther is a charisma vacuum. You said that's a lot of pressure. Hey, that's what I would tell him. That's what I would tell him. That's what Damien would get told. Hey, but at least he's getting a shot. A lot of these wrestlers don't even get a shot. A lot of these wrestlers don't even get a shot. They just get released. But Damian Priest, you can't just ride it out on cruise control, man. You got to do something different. Got to do something different. We got four in the house. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in who value my opinions. We're here to always keep it real, tell the truth, tell it like it is. Get better or step aside. Step up, step aside. Liv Morgan, I would tell her to go out there and quit being a whore and try to actually be a wrestler. And if she couldn't do it, she's released. Released. Get them out. Get off my TV. Get off my TV. Step up, step aside, bitch. That's what we telling them. We have been live for 2 hours and 7 minutes. I appreciate my fans. I appreciate my fans. Some people enjoy my takes recently. My live yesterday's almost at 200 views already. The views just keep going up. This wrestling shit, man. What have they done to this company? God, what have they done to this company? Her her finisher is dog shit. The Oblivion. Liv Morgan doesn't look like she could hurt a fly. Doesn't look like she could hurt a fly on the wall. And Roxanne Perez is getting over recently. The fans chant. I don't know why. I'm not a fan. And Finn Balor, they need to have him be the demon. Like I didn't like what was it on Raw like 2 weeks ago when he showed up and that was so fucking stupid. Finn Balor, step it the fuck up. And I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna say this right now, and I'm completely going against my younger self when I say this. If you followed me for a long time, you know in 2016 I did not like Finn Balor. I'll say this: Finn Balor is a world champion if booked correctly. If booked correctly, Finn Balor is a world champion. When you go back and watch his matches from 2019, 2017, when he's the demon, bro, he's got aura. He don't have to be the demon all the time, but he needs to start pulling him out about the same amount that Bray Wyatt was doing the Fiend. He could have some aura. There was 2 points in Finn's career when I liked him. I liked him when he's the demon. When he's the demon, that's cool. And Finn Balor in 2023 summer, that match and Money in the Bank and SummerSlam against Seth Rollins, that was like the one of the best versions of Finn I've ever seen. Like he was on Seth's ass to get that title. The fans are fickle. They'll forget about Roxanne in 2 weeks. Yeah, that's how they are. They on to the next thing with them all the time. With Finn Balor, man, I'm not gonna lie. I marked out at WrestleMania when he came out as the Demon. It almost reminded me of the 2010s all over again. Like, I wish I never deleted that video of me mocking Finn Balor's entrance. I was not a fan of Finn Balor when he first came up, but if Finn Balor is booked correctly, he's a world champion. I'm telling you, he is a world champion if he is booked properly. Like he's not like the most charismatic dude of all time, but he's a world champion. I could look at one and tell. I didn't used to say that, but he is. He's just got to have the right booking and storylines behind him. Finn can be the biggest babyface of all time if they booked him properly. I would tell Finn Balor, I'd say, look, Finn, you got to start showing that edge, bro. You got to start coming out and fucking bringing it. Show us that edge that you got. We're going to have you be the demon 6 times a year. starting today, you're going to be the demon 6 times per year. No, I'll say 8 times per year. You're going to be the demon 8 times per year. No, no, no. We'll say 6 times. Just stick with six. Eight might be a little bit too saturated. 4 to 6 times a year. We want to see that edge. We want to see what you could do against Seth Rollins in 2023 when he was going for the world title. The original Demon looked very cool. I love Finn Balor, dude. Low key. Like, I used to hate him. He's just got to be booked right. It's so fun going back to the old WWE 2K games, playing as Demon Finn in the games. And the fact that they never gave us the Fiend versus the Demon was a huge, huge fumble. The Street Profits, I would release. I'm gonna read off some names. I might do another video later. We'll just read off a few. Cody Rhodes, we'll keep him, but his push is getting reduced, and we're renegotiating his contract. Roman Reigns, we're renegotiating his contract. Liv Morgan, we're renegotiating her contract, and we're gonna have a serious conversation about about if she doesn't step the fuck up, she can step the fuck out. Rhea Ripley, same case. Penta, we keep him. Trick Williams, if he's put in the right spot, we can Trick Williams can stay. He's okay on the mic. He's got a decent look. So if he's got the right gimmick, he's got to have something edgy. I feel like Becky Lynch. I mean, I guess we'd have to keep her. Um, she is one of the highest draw women's wrestlers. She's good in the ring, but her character's terrible, so she'd have to switch her character up for sure. Tiffany Stratton, we tell her that to forget all that Hollywood shit, but she could stay. The Vision, we're releasing Logan Paul instantly. Logan Paul diminishes the meaning of wrestling. He might be decent on the mic or whatever, but just his whole persona, he just diminishes the value of wrestling, and we would be serving his papers. Theory, we would be pushing. We'd keep him. R Truth, he'd be getting released. Damian Priest, I'd keep Damian Priest. I really would. I feel like we could find something for him. Paige and the Bella twins. Paige and the Bella twins. I guess you could keep them. I mean, whatever. We're gonna tell them to get better in the ring, or they can step out. Tony D'Angelo. We're not gonna read off NXT. Um, let's just go through. We're gonna look at the Raw roster. Adam Pearce is getting his release. Akira Tozawa is getting his release. Alicia Taylor released. Asuka released. Austin Theory resigned. Bailey released. Becky Lynch resigned. Bravo Americana released. Brie Bella released. We'll keep Nikki, but release Brie. Braun Breaker will keep. Bronson Reed will keep. Brutus Creed release. Kathy Kelly, I guess, keep. Chad Gable keep. CM Punk. Uh, I mean, he's a draw. We'd have to keep him. Corey Graves, we'll keep him for now. Cruz Del Toro released. Dominic Mysterio released. Dragon Lee. Um, maybe we could keep him as a jobber. I'm not 100%. El Grande released. Ethan Page released. Finn Balor. We're gonna have Finn Balor in our main event picture, but he's gonna have to show that edge to him. Grayson Waller will keep. Gunther. We'll keep Gunther only because his matches are decent, but he's not gonna be. He's gonna have to switch it up. Ivar, the War Raiders, will just we're cutting them, cut the fat. Ivy Nile released, Io Sky released, Jackie Redmond released, JD McDonough. Um, I like JD McDonough. We'll keep him. There's something for him to do. Javon Evans, we'll find something for him to do. Jimmy and Jey Uso are getting their release. Joequan Wild released. Joe Hendry will keep. Joe Testop, whoever that is, released. Julius Creed released. LA Knight keep. Liv Morgan renegotiate. Logan Paul released. I said that. Ludwig Kaiser, we're going to switch his character up. Lyra Valkyria released. Maxine Dupree released. Michael Cole released. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's hard to replace Michael Cole, so you'd have to keep him. Natty released. We'd be giving her her release because she's always just been there since 2008 for 18 years. Never done anything impactful in the business, so we'd be serving Natty her release papers. Nikki Bella will keep. Uh, that's Chad Gable. Yeah, keep. Otis keep. Pat McAfee release. Penta keep. Pete Dunne release. Rayo Americano release. Rey Mysterio, I guess keep for now. Roman obviously keep. Roxanne. Um, she's getting her release. Roxanne Perez. Rusev keep. We'd be having Rusev be a contender. I would have Rusev be my United States champion on my roster. Seth Rollins. Um, he's gonna have to switch his gimmick up, but keep. Sheamus, we will keep him. He might have to switch it up. Sol Ruka keep. Stephanie Valkyrie release. Triple H release. Tyler Bate release. That's Raw. But now I guess I'll read off SmackDown. Alexa Bliss keep. Angel Garcia release. Angelo Dawkins release. Axiom release. BFAB release. Berto release. Bianca release. No, I'm just kidding. Not Bianca. Byron Saxton keep, I guess. Candice LeRae release. Carmelo Hayes release. Charlotte Flair keep. Chelsea Green keep. Cody Rhodes. We're going to de-push him. Damian Priest keep. Drew, he's going to be our world champion. Elton Prince, we'll keep Pretty Deadly. I think that they have potential. Kit Wilson and Elton Prince will keep them. Fallon Henley, don't know who she is, release. Julia release. Ilya Dragunov release. Jacob Fatu release. JC Jane, I guess, keep. Jade Cargill keep. Johnny Gargano release. Jordan Grace release. Kevin Owens keep. I'm actually a fan of Kevin Owens. I think for as much money as he makes, he could hit a gym, but it is what it is. Kiana James release. Kit Wilson keep. Laney Reed release. Slash Legend release. Lillian Garcia release. She's old. She's washed. Mark Nash release. Matt Cardona, we would keep him. Zack Ryder. Michael Cole keep. Meechin release. Montez Ford release. Naomi keep. Only because the caution gimmick. Before that, I would have said release. Nathan Frazier release. Nia Jax release. Nick Aldis release. Paul Heyman release. Piper Niven. Piper Niven release. R Truth release. Randy Orton keep. Ray Phoenix. We'll keep him. Rhea Ripley, yeah, we'll keep. Ricky Saints, we'll keep him. Ricky Starks has potential to be a star. Royce Keys, he also has potential. Oh yeah, that's another good one. Royce Keys, I enjoy watching Powerhouse Hobbs in the ring. Forgot about him, but we'll keep him. Sami Zayn, release. Now, I like Sammy sometimes. I don't like Sammy touching a world title, but I feel like for comedy gimmicks, he's funny. Shinsuke release, Solo Sikoa release, Talatonga release, Tamatonga release, The Miz release, Tiffany Stratton keep, Trick Williams keep, Triple H release, Wade Barrett release. That would be what I would do right there. Let's go check up my comments before we end the streams. Make sure I responded to everybody. I don't even know half these people. JD is cool. After they should bring back the light heavyweight title. Dude, they haven't used that in forever. I see he can be the 2023 Finn, but the demon comes out in big feuds. Yeah, for real. The original demon, look, yeah. Dude, I like JD McDonough. JD McDonough's funny. That's why I said I would keep him. I think he's funny. I think you could do something with him. But yeah, that would be what I would do personally. We've had a good stream this morning, y'all. We just hit 2 hours and 21 minutes. It's crazy. So yeah, we went through the Raw and the SmackDown roster. We told you who we're keeping, who we're releasing. Let me know how you guys thought I did. To anybody in here, my replay game and the ones watching live, make sure to let me know in the comments how you think I did. Do you think I did a good job, or do you think I did a bad job? Do you think I did a neutral job? Let me know down below with who I decided to release, who I decided to keep. I think I'm a pretty well-rounded person. I think I did good, but I'm open to other opinions. So let me know down below how you guys think I did. So is that everything? He put he could be put in the light heavyweight division. Dude, they haven't used that in so long, since like what, 2001, maybe 99, somewhere around there. Mm. Yeah, a lot of these people, they just need to gut them, bro. Dominic Mysterio has got to go. I'm tired of him. He's one of the main ones that make me not want to watch. It's the Samoans. It's the fucking Samoans. It's like Solo, Jacob Fatu, Tonga, Tama Tonga, Jeff Cobb, the Uso. Oh yeah, it's all the. It's the Samoans. It's Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez. These are the motherfuckers that make me not want to watch. If they cut out just those, dude, I will watch, bro. And SmackDown's going back to 2 hours, by the way. SmackDown's going back to 2 hours. Raw needs to do the same. That's an hour of filler. Release a shit ton of those wrestlers I just named. That's an hour of filler cut right there if you go down to 2 hours. Yeah, the small wrestlers definitely always need something to fight for. I really missed the Cruiserweight title, but when they brought that shit back in 2016, it was whack. I thought the Cruiserweight Classic was fun, but when they brought them back on Raw for 205 Live and shit, that was terrible. I hated it. They did so bad with that. Yeah, I'm not even doing NXT because fuck NXT. NXT shouldn't even be on TV. Why is NXT even on TV? That's my question. We're already at 61 views on this video. 200 yesterday. That's crazy. We need some likes up in here. Likes help push it to the algorithm. Hopefully people will come back and like it up. But this roster, dude, if like I said, get this Samoan bullshit the fuck up out of here. Get this Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez shit the fuck up out of here. Wrestling will be better. It infects the fucking product. Get the Cody Rhodes shit. Gunther. I'm gonna tell you the main things killing wrestling. Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Samoans, Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez. Those are your main things each and when you watch Raw and SmackDown each and every week that's making the show unwatchable. Those are your main acts right there. That make the show just flat out fucking, and the jobbers that have no place being there. It makes the main event scene look better. They need to have something for everyone to fight for. There is no fucking reason Rusev should not be getting pushed. He looks like he could beat the shit out of half the roster, but he loses every fucking week. I'm tired of Triple H pushing the same five fucking people. It's always the same five motherfuckers: Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, fucking goddamn. Now it's Jacob Fatu. Like it's the same fucking people. Liv Morgan, Io Sky. Like it's the same fucking people. I don't want to see this shit anymore, man. I don't want to see this shit anymore. It's the same people over and over and over again. We're all tired of seeing this shit. I'm seriously fucking over it. Over it. But y'all, we have been giving our opinions for a while now. I appreciate anyone who stuck through this live. If anyone has any last questions, ask them in the comments down below. I'll try to answer all of them. If anyone's from my replay gang out there, the ones watching the replay of this live, be sure to leave a comment. I will respond. There's no reason to be like, oh, he won't respond. I will respond to your comment. So just leave it down below. Ask me any questions on any opinion you might want, and I'll answer it down below. I'm sure there's going to be more wrestling news later. We'll have another live also. There's always something new coming out. Let me go check Twitter one last time to make sure there's nothing else to cover. Too much partying, not enough wrestling, man. And they're saying Kairi Sane's going to show up at Backlash. They fucking folded to the marks again, y'all bitches. Y'all folded to the fucking marks again. But yeah, guys, if you guys want another YouTuber, um, who also tells it like it is most of the time, his opinions can sometimes be out there, but so can mine. So can everybody's. Go subscribe to King Mike's World on YouTube. He sometimes he gives logic a lot of times. He kind of thinks outside the box. Not a lot of YouTubers do in the YWC, but that's King Mike's World on YouTube. King Mike said, "I appreciate that, Hayden." I just said, "You welcome, bro. We all gonna eat in the YWC." Damn, we've been live 2:29, about to hit 2.5 hours, longer than I thought we would hit. Honestly, King Mike said the show doesn't start till his chats flow, and that's what we do, bro. Let me go check my video. All right, guys. We just hit 2.5 hours. I think we're going to wrap it up here. We had a good stream today. To anyone who hasn't already, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We give our best opinions over here. I appreciate anyone who felt these opinions. Remember to subscribe to stay connected. I appreciate anyone who came in and gave me your time today. Peace out, guys. Make sure you have a good time. Make sure you watch some wrestling, old wrestling if you have to. And yeah, guys, we all going to eat in the